Hi, this is the mug project in Blender. The first step we will be doing is deleting this cube in the middle. So I right click it to make sure that that the object is selected. How I see it selected is that there is a yellow highlight around it. Once I right click, I press X, hit delete. Next thing I will do is, so first we are going to shape the body of our mug. So we're going to add a cylinder. So make sure that your cursor is in the middle of this coordinate plane. So you'll see there's a red line and a green line that represents like the two axes, X and Y. So make sure that you left click right here. If your cursor is like somewhere over here, then the object will get added there, and then that's when you have issues where the object is like completely off the grid. So just left click right here and then go to add mesh and cylinder. So after we add the cylinder, we immediately go to the left hand side without clicking anything, right? And then we see add cylinder right here. And then so now I'm going to change vertices to 8, radius to 12, and depth to 20. So I should see it very zoomed in, so I can just zoom out a little bit. I'll see something like this. So then now afterwards, what I'm going to do is rename this cylinder. How I rename it is I click this orange cube on the right hand side. If you don't see it, your panel might be off the screen, so you just have to basically drag this panel out like this. You'll have this orange cube, and then I'm going to rename this to mug body. And then I just press enter, so now it's renamed. So then afterwards, what I'm going to do is change the view. So first I go to view, align view, center cursor, and view all. So it just kind of centers it a little bit. And then next thing I'm going to do is go to view front, and then view persp ortho. So now on the top left I should see front ortho. If you see like front persp, that means you have to click. So if I see front persp here, that means I have to click view and then view persp ortho again. So it just basically toggles between those two views. So essentially we want to go to the front view so that we can add our handle. So now we are almost done with the body of our mug. So right now we are just going to add the handle to the mug. So first I'm going to change from solid to wireframe. How I do that is I click this circle thing next to object mode. Click that, change to wireframe. Afterwards, what I will do is add a cube. So I go to add mesh cube. So I have a cube in the middle now. Now I'm going to rename this to handle. Alright. So then now basically what I want to do is move this. So we're going to extend this out to make a handle. But first I want to move this to the bottom right corner of my mug. So I right click it, press G, and then I just move my cursor until I move it here. What G does, if you look on the cheat sheet, it's the key for grab move. So it's grab slash move. Basically you can move an object. That's really all it is. So then afterwards, what I will do is rotate this object. So if you remember, there's 3 operations. There's grab, there is rotate, and there is extrude. Grab, you press G. Rotate, you press R. Extrude is basically extending. I press E. So first I'm going to rotate this by 45 degrees. So I press R, 45, enter. And that just rotates it a little bit. So what we're going to do now is shape our handle. So first I want to change from object mode to edit mode. And then I see that my entire cube is selected, so I press A to deselect it. Remember, to select the entire cube, we press A, then to deselect it, we press A again. So then now I want to use the circle select. So I go to select, circle select, and then I just left click this top point right here, and then left click this right here again. Now I just press enter. Alright. So I just left click both of these, so only these two parts should be highlighted in yellow, or orange, sorry. So then what I'm going to do afterwards is extend this. So I press E, and then just move this to where the red line intersects right here. And then at this point, it's kind of up to you how you're going to shape your handle. So I'll show you how I would do it. So once I'm here, I press R, and then just move my cursor so that my handle kind of shaped like this. Then I press E again, move it up like this. Press G, move it maybe a little bit back, or something like this. Press R, move it like this. Then press E to extend it again, move it like that. Press R, yeah, something like that. Or I'll press G to grab it, and move it like this. Press R to move it like this. Then I press E to move it like this. So basically all you need to make sure is that it connects from the bottom right to the top right. So then now what I can see is that if I just pan this around, I can kind of see it's already in 3D, and I can see it's attached inside. So what I'm going to do now is actually, so I'll go back to front. So I should be front ortho. I'm going to change from wireframe to solid. And I can basically see now that the handle is attached on the side of this mug right here. You can see it's attached. And then this is the shape of our mug right here. So now the only thing that you'll see is missing is that we need a hole on the top of our mug, but we'll do that in a second. First, we're going to scale this a little bit. So I'm going to press A. Sorry, let me first change the object mode. So I'm going to press A so that my handle is selected, press S, and then just make it a little bit bigger if you want to, or you can just leave it, it's up to you. So I'll see that it's attached. Now what I need to do to smoothen out my handle, so what I can do is right click this, so make sure it's selected. How you make sure something is selected is that you see orange highlight around it. And then I'm going to click this wrench tool on the right hand side. Again, you'll have to drag it out if you don't see it. So if you don't see it like this, just drag it out. Click add modifier, and click subdivision surface. Then change view to 3, render to 3. So now I can see a more like smoothened out handle. So then after this, what we want to do is maybe color it before. So I'll just right click this mug right here, and then hit this circle with the gray and yeah, right here it should be the materials tab. So I click new, and then so for this material, in diffuse I can change this to like something like right here. Change that. Then now so now if I want to change the color of my handle, I can click new as well, and then I will, instead of creating it as the same material that I used before, I'm going to click plus here, then set it to material 002. Okay, and then just change it right there. So there is, yeah, I'll change it. So now the last thing we need to do is just basically create a hole in the top of our mug. So what I do now is first I change from object mode to edit mode, and then I click this right here, which is face select. So make sure you guys have this down here, the cube with the one face highlighted orange is selected, and I'm gonna right click the top. Oh, okay, so if you have this problem where it's not letting you select it, just make sure that on the right hand side your mug body is you left click this. So what happened before, I was trying to select one of the faces here, but I had my handle selected, so it didn't let me do anything with the mug body. So just make sure your mug body is selected. And then now I'm going to go into edit mode and then go into face select. So now I should see my whole body is highlighted orange. So I'm going to press A to deselect everything. So A selects, then deselect. Now I'm going to right click the top part and then press E and then just move this down like something like this. So you don't want to move it too much down, otherwise it will like create this. So you just want to leave it like somewhere up right here. So now basically we have a hole at the top of our mug, and we can see that the handle is attached at these parts right here.